There you go.
It's being called the must-have tech gadget of the year. The Samsung Apex, which hits shelves today, streams video into your left eye, internet into your right eye, and sucks your dick all at the same time. Buzz has been building for the Apex. At a recent press event, Samsung promoted the device as the future of technology today.
Today's world, there's no reason to ever not be fully stimulated. With Apex, you can constantly be watching movies, checking Facebook, and having your penis sucked by a robotic mouth every second of the day.
Samsung spokesman Neil Werner is projecting the biggest sales in his company's history.
Are you kidding me? This thing does everything.
This is gonna save VR.
It sucks your dick, all right? And I know what you're thinking. And yes, ladies, there is a version for you that eats you out. Hanging up Apple, we beat you the punch on this one. Samsung's got you by the balls.
Werner is
I can't believe it, man. They're really gonna. It's crazy. Kind of crazy. Who's going to pre-order that?
Jesus answered, I am the way and the truth and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. $6 shrimp special.
All right, let's watch some Stephen King stuff. Yeah, there's a million movies that he's made, and I think this is a good place to start. The It movie is both good and bad. It's got an insane cast, or at least at the time it was insane.
Thank you.
He's in a place. Stephen King is very powerful in a library.
Richie. Beep, beep, Richie.
Beep, beep.
I didn't. I beg your pardon. Come on up, Richie. I got a balloon for you. Don't you want a balloon?
A balloon?
What's the matter? One balloon, not enough. Try it.
How do they get the other actors to not notice the clown? How are they doing that? Does she not know? Also, they invented balloons for this movie. It's crazy. He's fucking Tim Curry going nuts, dude.
Yes. Last chance, Tasha. Get out before it gets dark tonight. You're too old to stop me.
You're too old. You're too old, Rock.
If you see. Excuse me, sir. Do you have Prince Albert in a can? You do? Well, you better let the poor guy out.
Classic. Classic. Classic.
I had to go. I had to get cleaned up. Tell him I'll see him tonight. Get out.
It's not a bad movie by any means. I love this movie. Some people think it's stupid. Some people just think it is stupid, but
Is your refrigerator running?
it's just a good all-around movie.
You better catch it before it runs away.
It's still silly. It scared the shit out of me when I was a kid, though. I remember seeing the book in my uncle's house, like the cover of the book, the original cover, and I lost my shit, dude. I was so scared of clowns. And then someone at school told me about it, and they're like, just imagine, man. He can become anything. You see that sign over there? He could be that sign right now, and you wouldn't even know. And he can become a clown. And I don't know, that freaked me out. Something about Poltergeist and the clown doll that attacked the kid in that movie. Like, I kept thinking about that. Here's another scene
My
from...
dad says there's no way to date this one. He says it's probably from the earlier mid-1700s, when Derry was a logging town. Hold it.
So yeah, that's Seth Green.
Pennywise the clown?
That's him. That's him.
200 years ago. He was here then?
Come on. It's just a drawing.
Now look. Here he is again. The same man.
It's not a man. it. That's what happened back in Georgie's room.
Again, I love Tim Curry's movements. Look at him. Look at this motherfucker.
Look.
Tim Curry doing somersaults. Look at him. What a sick fuck. Imagine shooting this scene that day. It's so stupid looking, dude.
I'll kill you all.
It was apparently scary.
I'll kill you all. I'm every nightmare you ever had. I am the worst dream come true. I'm everything you ever were afraid of.
I'll kill you all.
No.
Yes!
No.
Stand!
Yes.
No!
Yes.
Yes!
No.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Yes. Yes. Don't let it get you, man.
I mean, were they flips? They were more like cartwheels.
You did.
Yes.
I think for a flip, you have to actually like leave the ground.
That's what you want. Yes.
Is that what you want? Okay, here's another good one. This one was amazing. My mom rented this movie for me and recommended it to me. I'll never forget that, but yeah, just a little Bible reference, little book from the Bible. Bible verse. So this movie, The Stand, was fucking sick, dude. I remember getting all my friends to watch it when I was like in like freshman year of high school. Like everyone had came over and we were all hanging out, playing games real late. I was like, yo, let's start this movie called The Stand. They're like, what? What? It's the same group of like friends that I showed Akira. And they fucking couldn't stand it. They just didn't get it. I remember when the little Esper alien comes out that looks like John Candy or Louis Armstrong. They fucking lost it. Little like petrified old people that are kids or whatever in Acura. Akira. Say it both ways. I don't know how to say it. I forget to say it every time.
Containment breach! We've had a major containment breach! Oh my god.
Akira.
Security system appears to be malfunctioning. Seal the base, Campion. If the main gate's still open, shut it! Yes, sir. We're dying like flies down here.
Dying like flies!
Gate override, Campion. Do it now! Do it now!
Sally, Baby LeVon.
Campion! This is a code red! We've lost one of the bunks! Repeat, we've lost one of the bunks! You have to close.
Dude, instead of the guard doing his job, he just bounces immediately.
Sally! 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 We gotta get out of here. What's going on? You know what? Get the
This book was like actually as big as the Bible too. This book was like 5,000 pages. It is really good though. What kind of car is that? Cracks me up like this gate is supposed to be so hardcore or something. Man. That fucking electrical stock sound effect.
Sorry.
That's all that was holding back the end of the world. That little gate. But not only does the stand like show like a global epidemic, pandemic, really like fucking eviscerating the world. I think it's like almost like it opens up the door for like zombie movies to go mainstream in a way. Even though there's a lot of popular zombie movies before this. That's fine. The only thing that happens is this part of the VOD will get muted. It's really not a big deal. This whole part of the VOD, it'll be all movie clips, so it's not like it'll be able to go on YouTube anyways. Ain't too big of a deal. Yeah, it just shows all these dead fucking scientists. Hey, do you want to be a dead scientist in a movie intro? This movie pretty much ended Molly Ringwald's career. Although I think she wasn't doing great before this. I don't know. There's a lot of cool little cameos in this. I'm sure there was more to Molly Ringwald's career declining than just this movie, but also when I was a kid, this part freaked me out. I thought it was like her face disintegrating. It's the lunch lady, like serving lunch, and her face is on lunch. I just thought her face was like collapsed. But I think it's like supposed to be like food. 'Cause they've only been dead for like a few seconds. So I thought Blue Oyster Cult was so much cooler after I heard this. The movie, at least. It's not really like a weird scene or anything. It's just a cool, one of the coolest intros in any of his movies, I think. Cool song. Interesting subject matter. Remember the DVD was double-sided? Remember that? Double-sided DVD.
Ben! Benny!
Another It clip.
Daddy?
I always loved the way this looked in particular, too. Just like, I don't know. Because I feel like if you grew up in a suburban area, you kind of had a place like this near you that you could kind of like identify it with almost. Like everyone, I don't know. We had a weird sewer down the street that we like joked about there being killers in and stuff like that. Or some other weird shit. So I don't know.
Benny! Ben! Ben! Hi, Ben!
Also, these weird like sewer tunnels always look so much creepier than they are. Scene I always thought was just fucking weird.
That's my home now, son!
Hey, that's where I live now, son.
They float!
They all float.
Come here, son! You'll like it
Like that might work on like a really little kid, right? But not like on a teenager. I thought it showed him as a skeleton.
Pull over
Maybe
here,
that's the other a later scene. But yeah, then this is him coming back when he's a kid. Or as an adult, rather. Yeah, this is it. This is kind of...
Get you down here with us.
That's fucking sick, man. Also, that voice is great.
We can't wait to get you down here with us.
Yes.
Only in my mind.
Like an Are You Afraid of the Dark moment.
Any spare change, mister? Hey, who walked all over your grave? I wasn't gonna hurt you. I don't even know you.
Of course, the epitomal homeless horror movie man. I like the one in Friday the 13th who just rides a bike around and like screams at people.
Darian, did you say?
Yeah.
Can you drive me out to the sewer real quick so I can check it out? Yeah, John Ritter is fucking amazing. All right, Maximum Overdrive is another one that I think people kind of agree is like cool movie. Like they showed it all the fucking time in syndication. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. Everyone, let's see your Bics. Flick your Bics. Come on. Come on, flick them if you got them. It's disappointing then. All right, how about some Lawnmower Man?
Engaged.
I didn't actually watch a lot of this,
Primate response optimal.
but it's still funny to see. I have to watch this at some point. Are there any like robot dicks in this I should be aware of?
Matches one of the shapes.
Remember there were like video games for this? No robot dicks?
Rapid descent.
This would have blown my mind if I had seen it when I was a kid. I never did though. There's a tabletop RPG for this? What do you like do? Is it basically like Reboot?
Matches one of the shapes.
Incorrect.
I love old computers in these fucking movies, dude. It's so cool.
Let's play another game.
It's kind of like Reboot, isn't it? Out of context, this is pretty. I feel like I'm playing Star Fox. Oh my God. There's some sick visuals though, honestly. He's gonna get fried. No, those people are definitely coupling in VR.
The utopia that men have dreamed of for 1,000 years, and I'll be the conduit. Let me pull the curtain back so you can.
This is like the cover of the Super Nintendo game. And I was always like, that looks awful.
Terminal activity control.
Now to get out of here. Simple combination.
This movie is definitely was made because Stephen King bought a computer, isn't it? Well, I got one of these new computers.
Access denied. Access denied.
Well, then what? What do you guys know? The original short story is nothing like this. He didn't even do like the screenplay for it or anything. Oh, it was one that he was like pissed about. He had his name removed from it eventually.
What you've become terrifies me. You're a freak.
You're naive, idiot.
She makes me very angry.
Oh my god.
This universe is mine. I am God here.
I am God.
Are you hiding?
There it is.
The bombs. Jesus, the bombs. Bombs. You forced me. So you were willing to die.
It's kind of sick, honestly. I can see this being a music video that came out like yesterday.
So you've given me one final game.
Yoda, don't die.
I find a way out or I die in this diseased mainframe. But that's not my destiny.
In your wildest dreams, you make yourself a virtual reality character, but you're bald.
You will die in the explosion.
You didn't even give yourself hair.
Peter is here.
Joe, please, please, Joe! Don't sacrifice Peter. Please, you and I have been responsible for so much destruction. What's happening?
Well, that's why they're always bald in the poser videos, because it's just easier.
Go. Save him.
Joe, come back with me.
This doesn't even make sense. Just like gibberish at this point. What a bizarre movie. Holy shit. Yeah, I definitely got to watch that at some point. There's just some random lawnmower man shit.
Could help make you smarter.
Now, Job Smith is about to enter the world.
And that's how it actually starts.
With a normal course of events.
Of course, it just shows the sex part. Okay, there's this. Apparently, there's a Sega CD game. There's a clip from it. There's a lawnmower. What are they doing with that lawnmower? Just going for a mow. Oh no! But then he.
Lawnmower man's in your head now. There's no escape. Ever.
I don't get it. What was he doing? Why wasn't he mowing the lawn? All right, this is. He also looks like Hunter. That fucking clip. I just muted myself for a second. Oops. I think we just watched this one, the truck scene. And they try to fight the trucks. You know, as you do. Oh, it actually shows the solar radiation happening. It's just the northern light. Go somewhere where trucks can't go. I mean, let's just stay off the road. Doesn't that like pretty much negate their danger? Just don't go near where the trucks are. Right? It would be bad for a few days, but afterwards, like.
Excuse me now.
Because to stay
Cybertruck just becomes a bullet. Explodes immediately.
They float.
This old lady's fucking makeup is insane.
Oh God, there. They float.
Look at that. It's fucking great, dude.
I worry about you, Bevy.
Oh, that's the
I worry
father.
a lot.
Oh, wait, no, she's the old lady with the father's voice. That's what's happening.
You're not
The special effects off the hooks. I love that movement of Tim Curry in that moment. He's like a penguin. Look at that motherfucker.
Sorry,
Guy's
I'm late.
head.
Well, let's see who's here.
Love this. Look at the movement of the neck. Like, look how he like gyrates around.
Sorry, I'm late. Well, let's see who's here. Billy boy. Richie, you still here? We never expected you to stick around. Nice nose job. No one would ever suspect. Haystack. Putting on a little weight, huh? Speaking of dads, Bevy, yours isn't worried about you anymore. He loves your choice in men. Wheezy, how's your sex life? What's your sex life? Well, Mikey, you did it. You got us all back here. I guess it's because it's the only way you'd ever see us. Since you're so lame, you'd never leave this town. I finally made it, guys. I'm in the deadlights now.
I mean, this wasn't really supposed to be comedy,
We all
though.
float down here, and you will too.
Just a sign of the times, I think. Even the new It movie has parts that come off pretty funny out of context. So, in 20 years, who knows? Maybe that'll be the same thing.
Don't you want it? 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 Don't you want it?
That was basically how he killed people. Yeah, that was a good part. But even though the new movies were definitely like super fucking jump scary and stuff, I did like them though. I think they captured some of the vibe of the original movie kind of points. As opposed to like Dr. Sleep, which I think was fucking dumb as fuck. All right, this is from the Shining miniseries. I think it was just dumb. Like, I don't think it was bad. Like, everything about Dr. Sleep I thought was whack. Maybe the book itself was dumb. I don't know. I didn't read it, but like, or even there, I don't even know if there was a book, to tell you the truth. Just like everything about the characters with the fucking hat, the bad lady that wears a hat and stuff. It's so fucking stupid. Like, saying that stuff out loud, like describing these characters, insanely dumb, I thought. Best scene from the Shining miniseries, which I thought was awful, but Stephen King loved it. Also, I got to go up to Mount Hood and see the hotel at some point. I think the crux of the miniseries not being good is because the actors they got were just not, I don't know. I don't feel like this is Jack Torrance. I feel like this is like Jon Stewart. I feel like this is like Jon Stewart. Yeah, in its own right, the Kubrick movie is its own thing.
Kiss you, AAA, rate, goodbye.
I just think it's one of those things. Obviously, the Kubrick movie is so well known and like iconic that you really can't remake or redo that movie without the clear comparison. So I think the best thing to do would be to do it in a medium that doesn't share, too many similarities with the Kubrick version. Like a fucking, I don't know, like animation of it or something like that could be neat. You could do it in like its own style. I don't know. Like a horror manga kind of thing version. That could be cool. Yeah, I think the movie it's done. Like pack it up, man. Don't do it again. Or at least wrap it in some other kind of coating, Give it some kind of coating, man. This is another scene from the miniseries. It's stupid.
Hello. Yes, this is Al Shopley. I'll accept the charges. Jack, how'd it go with Omen?
This is like a sponsor.
Well, he made it very clear that he didn't approve of hiring an alcoholic as a caretaker of what he considers to be the world's greatest hotel, but I got the job, and I just called to say thanks.
Well, you know what they say at the AA meetings, don't you? Don't thank me. Thank your higher power.
This fucking phony song again.
In this case, I'd say my higher power is the board of directors and you, Al. So, thank you. And if I cannot finish my play snowed in all winter, I don't know if I'll ever be able to.
You'll finish. Listen, Jack, did you tell Omen you had a slip before you left Vermont?
No, this was the original.
Doc? You okay, Doc?
Cut. This is the original tape.
No, I did not.
Well, that's maybe not so good. You know what they say in the meetings, Jack. Honesty in all our affairs.
Yeah, well, sometimes honesty is a luxury, Al, and...
I don't know why this scene is... I think it's the part after that is funny. It's just him talking to his sponsor.
Very easy.
We're talking about not drinking, basically, right? They're in AA. Jack Torrance is like a raging... abusive, addicted to everything person. He's eating Excedrins the entire fucking book. He just eats Excedrin. Yeah, the book itself in a lot of ways is just it's about addiction. It really is. Like he's constantly like just torn about you could just start drinking.
Graham called it shining on.
Also, I can't believe that this guy is still doing things.
And the scientists call it precognition. But it all comes to the same thing, no matter what you call it.
Seeing the future.
So the kid they got to play Danny is funny.
Because those things you shine on, they don't always come to pass. That's how it is for me anyway.
He looks like a comedian. He looks like Jon Stewart or something.
Myself, and some bad feelings. And maybe a half a dozen times I've seen things. Not real things, but not nice either.
What were they, Dick?
I don't need to go into details, boy.
I saw some things, kid. I wouldn't recommend it.
And I saw something in one of the rooms. I want you to promise me that you'll never go in there. That you'll just steer right clear.
Which room?
Never mind.
217.
Danny, if you go in that room, a ghost will try to suck your dick. Do not go in there. It's actually what happens.
Oh, yes. I don't want it, no, sir.
All right, this is another scene from The Stand. With what's his name from Coach, and obviously,
Say, who's that?
you know who that is.
How you doing, cutie pie? I heard you weren't feeling too good. Your name's Tom, right?
Also, she was a bad guy. So there's good guys and bad guys in The Stand.
M-O-O-N. That spells Tom Cullen.
Yes.
That's
Yeah,
the
he's-
party that killed me too.
I don't know what the significance of him giving him Pepto-Bismol is.
It was a joke. I'm gonna get you. You and your stupid freak friend. I'm gonna get both of you guys.
I can't believe Pepto-Bismol used to just come in a giant thing like that. I don't think you can buy that anymore.
Sorry, mister.
But yeah, it's just funny to see how many different actors are in various Stephen King movies.
You too?
This is like just as these guys were getting pretty famous too. Fucking Gary Sinise. It's like one of the main characters. Who I think lost his career pretty much. Remember that fucking baseball movie he was in? Also, The Stand had a character called the Trash Can Man, who was just like a firebug who became empowered by the devil.
Your man.
It confused me as a kid.
Rock this man. Can you dig your man? Rock this man. Rock this man. Can you dig your man?
It just like blew things up. I think Gary Sinise did something dumb too, though, or was like really outspoken about something. I think he got himself blacklisted. Oh, was he in Eureka? Is that what he's well known for? I feel like he was in like Star Trek or some shit too, or like TNG at least. A lot of these actors were in TNG, actually. The various character actors. He was.
Hey, Trash, what did old lady Semple say when you torched our pension?
Was he in TNG?
Who's there? People who play with
Time Traveler. Oh, you're right. I can see it. You know who he looks like too? Fucking Nathan Barnett. Doesn't he kind of? He look like Dad or Nathan Barnett or Keith Apicary. Like, look at that. Look at that face, dude. That is totally like a Keith Apicary look.
Stick you in the nuthatch and give you a few thousand shock treatments. Shut up! Ow! Keep him away from me.
Hey, Trash, why didn't you burn up the school?
The voice acting for his dreams are.
They're all dead. They can't hurt you anymore.
So in The Stand, the devil is a man called Randall Flagg who just like controls all the bad guys, kind of. She's talking to him. Also wears a denim tuxedo. Exclusively wears a denim tuxedo the entire movie.
Go, Trashy. Run. Now.
I mean, I kind of always have wondered what would happen if you dropped dynamite into one of these things, I guess. Would it actually explode? I thought this was the kind of oil that doesn't, like, explode. It'd be like gas. Yeah, basically, he just runs around and burns towns down.
Trash can, man.
No, everyone's dead, so it doesn't matter. So this is after a pandemic has killed 99% of the people in the entire world.
Everywhere. I will
those
place
in.
you high in my council's trash, and I will set you to burn.
So the devil basically goes around and, like, you know, accrues the favor of a bunch of maniacs and shitty people that are left over and, like, tries to get them to, like, colonize what's left of Las Vegas so they can start, like, you know, taking over the world, and they start trying to, like, dismantle ICBMs and stuff like that. It gets pretty a little crazy. Here's a scene from Sleepwalkers, which is maybe one of the best Stephen King movie scenes ever.
Pull over! Pull over, motherfucker! Pull over! What the fuck? What
I love
the
it.
fuck?
The cat. I like that. I like the recommendations here. It's just Connor O'Malley's face among all these other fucked up ones. That's funny. All right. The Langoliers, which we've watched a little bit of lately. Let's watch a little reel someone made of the madness of Craig Toomey. Yeah, all of Stephen King's stuff is apparently in the same universe. Why the Dark Tower is a thing.
What are those? Dinah.
Look at, dude, come on. Like, you have to give it up for this guy. What happened to this actor after this? Look at him. Just fucking perfect on the ground, fucking all in, dude. That hair, a madman. His eyes.
You mentioned Langoliers earlier, Mr. Toomey. What are those? Dinah.
Carries the fucking movie, dude.
Oh, don't worry. I wouldn't hurt the child. No more than I would have hurt that girl. I'm just frightened, that's all. Aren't you?
Yes. But I don't take hostages and I don't try to shoot teenage boys when I'm frightened.
Touché.
What are the Langoliers, Mr. Toomey?
Well,
It's like an Always Sunny scene, dude. The way this guy acts,
used to
he
think
could
that
be
they were
like one of.
make-believe, but-
He could be in Always Sunny, I believe.
I'm beginning to wonder because I hear it too.
The sound. The sound's the Langoliers.
Well, I don't know what else it could be.
Tell me more about them.
Well,
I don't know. I have no idea what else he's in. I've never really looked him up. But like, come on, he's
my
just
father used to say
rolling around.
the Langoliers were little creatures that lived in closets and sewers and other.
He's like a cracked out Michael Scott.
Like elves.
No.
If Michael Scott like started doing
No, not
speed
like
all the
elves.
time,
Nothing quite so pleasant, I'm afraid. He said that all
Became,
they
like,
really
schizophrenic.
were was hair and teeth and fast little legs. And oh, those little legs had to be fast so that they could catch up with all the bad little boys, no matter how quickly they scampered.
Stop it. You're scaring her.
No, he's not. I know make-believe when I hear it.
I think what Laurel means is that I'm scared.
The little girl is probably one of the weirdest things in the entire fucking.
Well, my dad said there were thousands.
The entire movie.
Years.
Hold on. What's one? There's one. Here it is. This is the the writing they've had for this girl. Her delivery.
Honey, there's nothing wrong here.
But there is. This place smells wrong. Really badly wrong.
We're all just like.
There had to be thousands of them, because there are millions of bad little boys and bad little girls scampering all over the world. Oh, my father loved that word, scampering. I think because it implies senseless, directionless, unproductive motion. Because the Langoliers, they run. They have purpose. In fact, you could say that the Langoliers are purpose personified.
What did the kids do that was so bad the Langoliers had to run after them?
Well, I'm glad you asked that question, Dinah. Because when my daddy said someone was bad, he meant that that person was lazy. And a lazy person couldn't be part of the big picture. Because in my house, you were either part of the big picture or you were lying down on the job. And if you were lying down on the job and you weren't part of the big picture, then the Langoliers would
he's
come
got a
and
little
take
John
you out of the
Lovitz.
picture. Take you out of it altogether.
Even his like cadence is
You'd be lying
similar.
in bed one night and you'd hear them coming towards you. Crunching, jumping, smacking.
Stop it! That's enough.
Talking about the Langoliers. Meatballs. He just
You were
like.
scared of your dad, weren't you, Mr. Toomey?
I feel like we'll get a Langoliers remake in the next 10 years. Someone's going to try to redo it. I hope Tommy Wiseau does it. That would be perfect.
Is he dead?
Here we get Neil Breen working on this shit.
Yeah.
Was he lying down on the job? Did the Langoliers get him?
Yes.
Mr. Toomey,
Yeah, basically everything that happens is in the past.
the way
But
you
we're
see
not there. We're
I'm not
in the
up to
modern
Bulbasaur.
version of our world. But there's a old version.
And just how do you know
The
how I
Langoliers
see
eat it
little
to make
blind
sure.
miss?
I don't know. It's almost there. It's like almost there. It's nothing. Okay. I don't know. I thought that there was more to that scene, but another really corny scene. One of the things they find out when they realize they're in like the negative world is that all the food is gross. Like everything is stale. All the soda is flat. Then when they go to the like normal world, this is what happens.
Gentlemen, the cola is very, very good today.
This character sucks so bad. He's the worst. He's like the nerd in the background the whole time.
I have an important business meeting in Boston this morning at 9 o'clock! And I forbid you to fly us into some whistle-stop Maine airport! Do you hear me?
Would you please be quiet? You're scaring the little girl.
Scaring the little
He looks like reptilian.
girl! Scaring the little girl! Lady! We're diverting to some tin pod airport in the middle of nowhere! I've got better things to think about than scaring the little girl!
He's fucking awesome.
I have an important business meeting in Boston this morning at 9 o'clock!
I have an important meeting.
You to fly us into some whistle-stop Maine airport! Do you hear me?
Would you please be quiet? You're scaring the little girl.
Scaring the little girl? Scaring the little girl! Lady! We're diverting to some tin pod airport in the middle of nowhere! I've got better things
He's like about to burst a fucking blood
scaring the
vessel.
little girl!
Amazing. Just amazing. All right, here's some more Craig Toomey.
Mr. Toomey! Mr. Toomey! Thank God I caught you!
I checked over the figures on those foreign bonds you bought, and as it turns out, you haven't made $43 million. You've lost it.
Of course I know. I'm the head of the bond department, aren't I? Talk to you from Bar. You. I know. That's why I have to go. I suggest you just relax, because everything's going to be fine. In fact, it's going to be wonderful.
Yes, of
Says where
course,
your
sir.
seat is. I want a window seat.
Why don't you talk
No. Why don't you talk to the ticketing agent? I only want to talk to you. Hey! What the hell is going on here? Will someone shut this brat up?
And who's being killed?
Kill?
It's 10. You stay with the girl?
So what do you think happened? Do you think the plane landed and let the other pass?
Friend.
I want to know what is going on here, and I want to know right now.
He's also basically
you're
Kendall
too
from
online.
Succession.
Okay, you've lost context.
I'm a bit surprised.
Hello? Excuse me? Come out from back there. Who's back there? Hi. Yeah. I'd like to know exactly what's going on.
Kendall's just like your typical businessman, but still, they like have the same energy
American
almost.
Pride, friend.
What's important right
No.
now?
I'm gonna tell you what's important. No, I'm gonna tell you what's important. You know what's important? I have a meeting at Boston's Prudential Center at 9 o'clock this morning. Promptly at 9 o'clock. That's what's important. Now, I booked a seat on this conveyance in good faith, and I have absolutely no intention of being late for that appointment. Now, I have 3 questions for you. Number 1, who authorized an unscheduled stop for this airliner while I was asleep? Number 2, where was that stop made? And number 3,
Holy shit.
why was that done? What the hell are you talking about? Don't you talk to me like that. Do you know who I am? Hey, listen to me. Listen.
I can break. I said.
Just grabs his nose.
Time to discuss your business appointments. Therefore, I'm going to send you back to the cabin with this.
I am British, and I will grab your nose, you sick fucking cunt.
You will sit down in your seat, strap your seatbelt firmly around your middle, and keep your mouth shut. Do you understand? Oh, please favor me with a thumbs up if you understand.
Crowley deployed the got your nose technique. Made me bleed my own blood.
This guy means.
Bad idea.
Hey, come on. Let's see if we can find something.
Winston. Afterwards, I'll be able to see again.
What's your name?
He's just kind of wild. He's the feet's just like out of focus. Yeah, he goes crazy and he stabs somebody.
Okay. Okay, fine. You're all against me? That's fine. That's fine.
Just like tells a story with his face. This is like his like thing that's supposed to make him crazy. He just rips paper. People are just like, wow, that makes him insane. This guy's insane. He rips paper.
That man
Oh
was
my
just
god. If you've ever ripped paper, you're fucking crazy. He's like crying.
Spend a couple of weeks with my Aunt Shauna. Get out.
What is this guy? He just shows it. Vaguely out of frame.
I'm beginning our descent now.
What the fuck?
Let's quit it right now, you worm! I'm gonna take what's left of that magazine.
Try it, you little jackass.
Look at it. He's so crazy.
I know you've all looked out the window as much as I do.
It's exiting the plane.
I bought a ticket to Boston, and Boston is where I'd like to go.
Shut up.
Is there something? But if there is,
It looks like Data in some of these
You realize I can
shots.
turn you in for this, don't you? You realize I can sue this entire airline for $30 million and name you as primary respondent?
Well, that's your privilege, Mr.
Toomey. Craig Toomey.
Mr. Toomey. Mr. Toomey, are you aware of what has happened to us?
Toomey is in X-Files too, right? Isn't there a Toomey? Here, let's watch some more random.
Well, to help
Langoliers
gain
stuff.
authenticity for tonight's mini-series, Stephen King's The Langoliers, the cast and crew headed north and east to King's home state of Maine. Our entertainment reporter
North
Pam
and
Thompson
east.
takes us for a look behind the scenes.
Stephen King says in the introduction to the novella, I don't know how I became America's boogeyman, but here I go.
And here we go. Another thrill ride from Stephen King. The man who gave us The Stand, Tommyknockers, and It has another horrific story on TV.
It stimulates the adrenaline, of course.
So
'cause
bad,
Stephen
it's
King, but also
good.
stimulates your mind and then eventually your emotions in a substantial way.
My son, though, this was very cool to him. I mean, right away when I said, oh, that's fat, can I meet him, you know?
And action.
Wait, did she say that's fat?
Oh, that's fat, can I meet him? Very cool to him. I mean, right away when I said, oh, that's fat, can I meet him, you know?
What did she say?
The cast did have the chance to meet the horror master since The Langoliers was shot on location in his
Fab?
home state
Oh, she
of
said
Maine.
fat, like
That's why I
PHAT.
wanted to shoot it here, because there's a vibe that comes from being here. By doing the movies up here, it means that Steve is around more than he might ordinarily be, since he doesn't like to fly. And so
I'm sure this guy is kind of a bastard.
once in a while.
And Stephen came and
I'm a movie exec, all right? I'm here
and that
to
was great fun. And then I got the blessing from the master.
The cast in The Langoliers had to face the added challenge of acting with special effects that weren't put in until months after the shoot.
You just take the leap and sort of go for it. That's sort of, at least,
They
that's
did
what
that guy
I'm
dirty.
doing. I don't know if that's what everybody else is doing.
It's much easier to sit and talk to somebody or, have that kind of life going on, but to create a whole world in your head, well, you got the whole crew standing around here and I've never even seen these things.
To get a good look at those Langoliers, you'll have to tune in to Part 2, which begins tomorrow night at 9. Pam Thompson, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
Thanks, Pam.
We know what happens to today when it becomes yesterday. It waits for them. It waits for them. The
There they are.
timekeepers of eternity, always following behind, cleaning up the mess in the most efficient way possible. By eating it.
That's basically what the Langoliers are. That's the
We know what
entire
happens
explanation.
Today when it becomes yesterday.
Today becomes
Waits for them.
yesterday. They eat it.
It waits for them. The timekeepers of eternity, always following behind, cleaning up the mess in the most efficient way possible. By eating.
What else was Dean Stockwell in? What's up, Zaza? Thanks for the raid, dude. Appreciate that. I feel like he was in a lot of like crime shows in like the 70s and 80s or something.
There are no excuses.
Mr. Toomey?
Just
Mr. Toomey?
stop.
Mr. Toomey?
Quantum Leap.
This is a beefsteak. What? You gonna dig ditches for the rest of your life?
This is his traumatic childhood.
There are no excuses. Look at this. That's a beam. Craig.
The Langoliers get them?
They
Craig.
tear into those lazy little boys.
Them get me?
They will get you. Alive! Alive! Stop wasting time, Craig!
Mr. Toomey, are you listening to me?
Of course I'm listening to you, and I know what happened to everybody here, these stupid, lazy people. The Langoliers got them. Know how important my meeting at the Prudential Center in Boston is? Do you understand that the economic fate of nations may hinge on this meeting, a meeting from which I shall be absent?
Well, that's all very interesting, but really, right now, I don't have the time.
Time? What the hell do you know about time? Ask me about time! Ask me! Time
is short, sir!
He's like a dog.
What do you reckon the best way is inside the terminal, Brian?
Well, I guess it would be...
All right, then.
Disarmed
Now
him
let's hike on
completely.
over. Ladies and gentlemen, shall we?
Let's
Like,
go.
stunned.
Mr. Toomey?
Mr. Toomey? Always out of focus in the background. Vaguely Data-esque.
Right then. Let's try the telephone, shall we?
They literally just showed every frame he was in. It's probably the best parts of the movie, though, to be honest.
They're coming, son. Coming.
No, no one is coming.
Coming.
You had an appointment in Boston, and you skipped it.
No, it wasn't my fault. I was kidnapped.
There are no excuses! Lying down on the job is lying down on the job.
I don't want my job.
What?
I don't want my job, and I don't want my life. Since I was 5 years old, you've been loading on the pressure, seeing if you could make me explode. Well, I am going to explode, Father, and I don't give a damn. You know what I did? I bought $43 million worth of bonds I knew were total garbage.
You did what?
I burst on a target on my own head. I want out. I want out.
Get a hold of yourself, for God's sake! Now, are you ready to get with the program?
Why can't you love me and leave me alone?
Stephen King was like, man, I'm cooking some serious shit right
Now,
now.
are you gonna look at the big picture, or do I have to let them?
They don't even exist.
They exist.
No.
They were here, and
This is
they'll
gonna be
back.
fucking nuts.
They'll be back for you, you lazy
Then the
sack of
meatballs
dirt.
came. Then the meatballs came, and they ate everything. And then they ate
What can I
everyone.
do? What can I do? You do whatever you have to do, and you get to Boston. Because if you don't, Craigie Waggy, they are gonna chew the eyes right out of your head.
Just make them go away. Make them go away.
Poor Toomey. And then when they do eventually figure out how to leave and get back to the normal world, cross through like a portal, everyone passes out. Because oh no. What is it?
You're right, Brian. It is beautiful, and why not?
Yeah, you have to be asleep to get through it.
All life may be
What do? They like depressurize the cabin so everyone like passes out.
in the wellspring of life. No Langoliers allowed past this point.
Then how do they wake up? They just like you just fuck it out. There they go. I think the thing that scared me more than anything in the Langoliers was like after the Langoliers ate everything, they're flying in this plane. So what happens if they fall and run out of fuel? What do they just fall forever? That's scary. Oh my god!
It's so beautiful.
You got him. It's funny because Doug Walker has reviewed all of these Stephen King movies. What was that? Fuck. And then they land. I guess there's not really anything else that really super interesting in that clip. This is a weird clip I found that explains what the Langoliers are. Complete with AI voice.
Who are the Langoliers? The Langoliers are nightmarish, interdimensional beings of spherical shape with moving teeth similar to a chainsaw. The Langoliers are...
Listen to the way he says interdimensional. It sounds like he says interdimensional.
Beings of spherical shape with moving teeth. Langoliers are nightmarish, interdimensional beings of spherical shape with moving teeth similar to a chainsaw. The Langoliers are the timekeepers of eternity, devouring the past, space, and reality. If, for any reason, the timeline of the past or the future is broken, the Langoliers appear and devour everything in their path. When these creatures approach, a characteristic sound resembling the rustling of paper can be heard. It is possible to escape from the Langoliers with the help of the black hole, in which time and space are distorted. The exact origin of these creatures is unknown.
Yeah, where did they come from? Stephen King just made them up. Another one that I like that is bad but good, I feel like, is Rose Red. I can distinctly remember renting this from Blockbuster at one point, or I think I was working at a video store when it came out. And just taking it home, watching it. It's good, but it's bad. It has plenty of bad, weird moments. So Rose Red is basically just the story of the Winchester Mansion, but retold so Stephen King could like make it about his own ghosts. It's not even that different. It's about a lady who's making a house. She doesn't stop making it. You know, it's the same story. It's the Winchester Mansion in San Jose. Except the Rose Red Mansion is in Seattle.
Professor? Emery, look at me. Please.
This guy in this movie is fucking hilarious. There's also a lot of other... This guy's in Lost over here. His facial expressions, amazing.
Professor? Emery, look at me.
He's just fucking
look at me.
Soyed out the whole time.
You're no good to anyone, Bumper. I've got an idea. Why don't you go hang yourself? You could do it in the parlor.
This guy was John Locke's father in Lost. For anyone who's watched Lost.
Just like Posey, a ring around the rosy, and not by the hair of your chinny chin chin.
Yeah, like scam artist father. It's another thing that Stephen King was kind of connected to. For a long time, people thought Stephen King was a ghostwriter for Lost. Because so many of the actors that were involved in his movies and stuff were in the show. And some of the writing was like, kind of like, it felt like the smoke monster could have been like a Stephen King invention. It did to me for a long time, at least. It just seemed like something he would make up. Yeah, speaking of him being a mom, he was a mother's boy.
Oh my God. It is her.
Emery, come here. Is that your mother's car?
Yeah, Mommy's little scootabout.
What did you do?
Mommy's little scootabout, all right? Mommy's little scootabout. That's what she calls it, okay? Her scootabout. Sometimes we scootabout for ice cream, and sometimes we scootabout to the movies, and some... Stop looking at me.
I think Mama's little scootabout is blocking another car.
It's just like... It is a funny movie. This is Stephen King's cameo in it, too. It's kind of funny.
You tell me. Read my mind.
It's a record player, that sounds. They're listening to a record. I don't know why it's so awful sounding.
Annie, Glenn Miller. That doesn't work. I tried it while I was setting up. Sorry, Annie. Ah!
Joyce?
Yep, it's all right.
It's also very much like the Haunted Mansion. Haunted Mansion meets the Winchester Mansion. It's the plot of the movie. They gotta stay in the house for a couple days. Get the money.
Got 3 unloaded for Reardon, large, with 2 6-packs of soda.
Yep, thank you.
Fucking Stephen King. Just fucking the pizza. This actually always kind of makes me hungry for pizza.
Got 3 unloaded for Reardon, large, with 2 6-packs of soda.
Yep, thank you. I told you there might be something you'd like better.
Loaded. Excellent.
Excellent. It was like a Joe Kappa line.
I told you there might be something you'd like better.
Loaded. Excellent.
Totally Joe Kappa. Like the brothers. Excellent.
Miss Asbury.
Fun fact, I was in jazz band in high school. Played trombone. This is my favorite song to play in jazz band.
Do this often?
Every chance we get. How much?
Hey, this is some
Stephen King was in a rock band with Dave Barry called the Rock
Goes to
Bottom
delivery and who asked
Remainders.
me stupid questions and never escaped.
He's just talking shit to Stephen King. Another clip that everyone probably knows. This is one of my favorite ones to quote of all time. Pet Sematary.
I think I did it because your daughter ain't ready
Fred
for
Gwynn.
her favorite pet to die.
He's Herman Munster. He's the Herman Munster. A great actor.
I think I did it because your daughter ain't ready for her favorite pet to die. Maybe with more time, she'll learn what death really is, which is where the pain stops and the good memories begin.
Has anyone ever buried a person up there?
Christ on his throne, no. And whoever would.
Just the way he talks is so good. Oh, here it is. This is the line, I think.
You see, Lewis, what I'm getting at. You understand.
You're telling me that place New Gage was going to die.
I'm saying that the place might have made Gage die because I introduced you to the power.
Well, he's not saying it.
I may have murdered your son, Lewis.
I may have murdered your son. Fred Gwynn. Sometimes dead is better. That's it. That's the one. What would Shakira play in the cameo? Probably like a shopkeeper. Or just like I don't know. Be like a dog.
Back. It may look like that person, but it ain't that person. Because whatever lives in the ground beyond the pet cemetery ain't human at all.
Sometimes.
4 or 5 days after Timmy's funeral, when Margie Washburn seen Timmy walking up the road towards Yorkie's livery. As time went by, lots of folks saw Timmy walking back and forth. But it was Margie who finally came to some of us men folks and said it had to be stopped. She knew it was an abomination. So us men sat down and talked it out. Then we got into my car and went over to Bateman Place to take care of it. One way or the other.
It ain't natural.
There's no other way. He's got to burn. You reckon? Stop it. Timmy, stop it. Stop it.
The place is going up.
Go away.
Get out while you still can, Bill.
Bring down the cans. I got him.
Do we really have to burn the whole house? Maybe we could just get him out of the house and not destroy our house.
Living! Come on, Sam! Get
I mean, we just light the dead body on fire outside.
Louis, sometimes dead is better.
Sometimes dead is better.
Knew that. They
The way he fucking says that, I swear to
The
God.
ground went sour. Don't think about it.
Sometimes dead is better. Dead is better. That movie is fucked, by the way. That is just a... Why would you come up with the idea for that movie? It's so dumb. It's so bad, dude. I don't like it when the pets die, man. I don't like that. Another one that's kind of funny, Night Flyer. I remember working at the video store and seeing the cover for this one all the time, but I never actually saw it. This is just a guy talking about it real quick. We're going to watch it.
1997. The movie starts in an uncanny and foggy airfield where the caretaker is seen to be mysteriously killed by some unknown and bizarre being. The protagonist, Richard Dees, a skeptical
the actor who plays him, I can't remember his name. He's in a bunch of other Stephen King stuff. He's also in Twin Peaks. Phenomenal. He passed away recently. He was so fucking good, dude. I love this guy.
tabloid reporter refuses to take the case of an occult massacred murder handed over to him by his editor-in-chief, Merton Morrison. The murder happened in a rural airfield and was committed by a pilot named Dwight Renfield, who believes himself to be a vampire. With the news of 2 more murders of a similar kind in the different airfields,
he passed away right after Twin Peaks: The Return.
He approaches Morrison to take over the case,
But he was in it.
where he discovers it is already handed over to neophyte reporter Catherine Blair. As the movie
Miguel
proceeds, we see
Ferrer.
Dees and Catherine
Ferrer.
working hand in hand to hunt down the killer, presumably
He's
a
excellent.
blood-sucking
He's in so many
vampire,
good things.
with
He's a
more
great
mysteries
character
waiting
actor.
for them to unfold. The movie The Night Flyer, based on the 1988 short story of the same title by Stephen King, is an American horror movie starring Miguel Ferrer and Julie Entwistle, directed by Mark Potter. Provocative as it may be, the movie is an enjoyable and thrilling time killer for the lovers of the vampire genre.
I just
as
think
it
the
does a good
vampire
job
looks
of
so
depicting
fucked
the
up.
suspense and horrors of the old age vampire movies.
Why is that in this
Number 10,
part?
It,
Oh.
2017. The film opens in 1980.
2017. Yeah, we know about that one. Let's watch some more Toomey. It was better.
Toomey! Craig Toomey!
Sometimes dead is better. And I know some of the other Stephen King movies that weren't that great, like the Tommyknockers, I think wasn't that great, but I'm not really super familiar with Tommyknockers. Other than the name is stupid, I think. I think isn't the Tommyknockers about like trolls? Dark Knight, 2013.
I don't want to hurt anyone.
It's aliens, right? They live underground. They like live in a thing underground that they like. It was so stupid.
The Langoliers were here, and they
Yeah, they are kind of chain chomps.
back. You'd better be gone.
Well, aliens were a great plot device in the 70s and 80s. They basically came out at that point. You know what I mean?
What'll happen?
Like fantasy was coming off of its like retro futuristic vibe. Aliens are a great plot device. Let's face it, man. They're only now getting old as a plot device.
You can't dilly-dally any longer, Craigie Waggy. You have to get to Boston, and you have to do it now.
Shoot you, but I will if I have to. I don't want to shoot you, but I will if I have to. Yes, I will.
You ate up all the useless, lazy people, and now you're coming back for me. But I'll be gone by the time you get here. I'm going to Boston.
That fucking smile.
But when we woke up, it was on the plane. It's an air terminal.
Here's someone.
And he just starts taking people hostage. Yeah, Airport Revolver. It's a good band name, actually. The sound of that gun was so bad. Sound like a fucking pellet gun.
Hold his hands for me.
Say, I didn't kill that guy, did I? I hit him pretty hard.
He's out like a light, but he's still alive.
Oh, his pulse is strong and regular. He'll live. He'll just wake up with a bad headache. In the meantime, I think it might be wise to take a few precautions, don't you? Oh! All right.
He just killed him in that
Just like
fucking
one of Father
cut.
John's Christmas turkeys.
He like tightened it. He just died.
Let me up. Let me up. Let me up right now.
Shut up. That man, he fires a gun, and the bullet travels.
Amen.
I kind of love the way this is cut. I don't know, man.
What are those? Dinah.
No, we saw this scene. Creme roll. Did you hear him say it? Can you hear the cat like meowing occasionally? He's got a paring knife. Yeah, he stabs a little girl. A little blind girl.
Not a little girl.
Okay, the cat was just meowing in the background.
Langolier. She's calling the other Langolier with her dead, blind eyes. Little rat.
That's right, Craigie Waggy. You just sit here in the dark. When the time comes to move.
Oh, then he put the knife in his mouth?
All right, Dad. Whatever you say.
It's kind of fucking weird. Back to tearing paper. I think they kick his ass.
Hey, get out.
No, he's in here. He's in here.
Oh no!
You're one of them too, aren't you? A Langolier.
Screw you.
Yes, hit him with a fucking canvas bag. How did that work?
I am really, really sorry that I have to do this.
This is the Langoliers.
I expected you to understand.
Damn!
I don't know. Have you ever put something in a like sheet and swung it around? Like it doesn't work like a. It needs to be smaller for it to be like a sling kind of. Like that. I don't think that would happen like that. Yeah, a sock of coins hurts because the surface area is smaller. The bigger is the surface area of something like that, the harder you have to swing it to effectively like knock someone over. Are you kidding me?
Let me die. Please, please, just let me die.
I just think it looked awkward. It didn't look like he would knock someone over. I just think it was a weird scene. Which is, you know, kind of what we're point of this whole thing.
They've come to you, Craig.
I think it was goofy as fuck, basically.
Man enough. Man enough? Whoever the hell you are, you better be kidding.
This guy just gets the shit beat out of him.
Come on, Craig. They won't wait forever. You have to get up. You have to.
Alta, put down the laundry bag.
This way, Craig. I'm sorry, Mr. Toomey. Despite what you did, I'm sorry. But we need...
He's just going through it.
Now hurry to them, Craig! Hurry! Hurry!
He does indeed get eaten by the Langoliers. All right, go roll around in the airport tarmac.
I could make it, Craig.
This is the Stephen King cameo.
Tell us how much.
You want to know how much
Oh,
money
I don't think they're
made
going
for
to show
you?
it.
You want to know how much money I made for you?
Yeah.
It's him. That's Stephen King. He's a different haircut, but that's him. That's his cameo.
I'll tell you how much money I made for you. I didn't make any.
No, Craig!
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Tell them you lost the money, but it was a mistake, an accident.
No! I didn't make any money for you. I didn't make any money for you. I lost money for you. I lost money for you. I lost $43 million. And I did it deliberately! I did it deliberately! I did it deliberately!
I really think that Jim Carrey saw this and was like, and he used it for Liar Liar. I swear to God. It reads like the cadence of Jim Carrey having a fit on Liar Liar. Innocently, I just think they're similar. $43 billion! Like it sounds like.
No.
Left lane! Like however the fuck he does that.
You don't frighten me anymore.
Speeding in the left lane while naked.
Exist. You just made them up. Where am I?
I like how the others are just like not reacting. They just like stand there. It's so good though. It's so bad it's good. He steals the movie 100%. He's the best.
No, no, Daddy, no! Make them go away! Please make them go away! Please, I promise I'll be good if you just make them go away!
Rest in peace, Craig Toomey. Yo, Tom Holland made that? What the fuck? Spider-Man made that? No way, dude. What? Yeah, he would have been like 2 years old. It was the first movie I ever saw. Made me want to be Spider-Man. Okay, here's some other lines from the Shining miniseries.
Hello, you old bitch. You're just as ugly in wintertime as you are in summertime.
Congratulations, Dick.
Jack?
You're a Publishers Clearinghouse winner.
Dick, watch out!
And here's your
So
prize.
bad. Oh!
And you thought nothing here could hurt you, sweetheart. Boink. Wrong!
God.
So you remember that I used to work for a landscaping company when I was in college? Yeah. I used to trim this lady's topiary. In fact, I used to trim her topiary at least once a week, sometimes twice.
Get away! Why? Did she have nice hedges, Daddy?
Oh, they were, yeah, well,
What? What'd I say?
honey.
The pantry's fully stocked.
Sex.
Right, Jack?
Yeah, of course, why?
Well, I wouldn't want to end up like the Donner Party.
Who are the Donners, and what kind of party do they have?
Shut up, you idiot.
Danny!
Danny!
Danny, open up now! If I have to break this lock, Danny, you're going to bed with a hot butt. I guarantee it.
Are you sure the TV's actually broken? I mean...
Hat? If I have to break this lock, Danny, you're going to bed with a hot butt. I guarantee it.
Are you sure the CB's actually broken?
Does the Pope wear a tall hat?
A ghost?
Maybe I could use some caretaking, too.
What are you talking about?
Shelley Duvall ain't got shit on her.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. Shelley Duvall's very talented.
3 Bs. Blonde, beautiful, full of bull. Yeah, women. Can't live with them, can't kill them.
Jesus, Jack.
Can't you, sir?
You know who sorry's for, Doc? Sorry's for wimps. For people who aren't of managerial timber!
Imagine this being one of your formational. Oh, he's like fucking Steve Carell, I swear to God. Remember to do eyes of walls.
No!
Like a wall of eyes. It looks sick.
Oh, no! No!
I'll be back.
Why would he even do that? The Terminator wouldn't even have been out. Amazing. I'll be back. That gets taken so out of context, though, because there's such nuance to what he just said. I really feel like people bake it down to just like, he hated it. He fucking hated it. And like, clearly he didn't hate it. You know what I mean? What he just said he admired. At least I got the book at a used bookstore at the beach.
Totally
It was all yellowed, and I still have it somewhere.
This now, so that maybe
I'll show you guys, actually,
20 years.
the cover art of like the old Stephen King novels. Like, this is a lost art too. And it has a lot to do with like, it's a very similar case with like movie and TV art and stuff like that. Sometimes they get it right, but like, I think Lord of the Rings is a good example. Like J.R.R. Tolkien like actually made his own covers for all his books. And then eventually, obviously, they were like, nah, let's do these. And some of them were great and some of them were awful. For me, when I saw these Stephen King book covers when I was a kid, they scared the shit out of me. Motherfucker. I guess this one's not as scary as you would think, but I don't know. Something about that scared me. Like, I think there's a different version too, but it's like the original art. I guess that was the original. I thought there was one where there was like a face. I may have imagined it. Here's the Salem slot cover. Or the one that I saw, at least. Oh man, it's so small. I'll try to find a better version. Some of them were way better than others, but even book covers, original. But just kind of like games. That was like your first, you know. First look at whatever the hell the thing is going to be about. And this is harder to find than I thought it would be. There's so many different versions. There's like hundreds at this point. What if I just look up Salem's Lot? Or yeah, even like seeing people reading them when I was a kid, like the one for Misery, when it's like the Jack in the Box's head, I was like, it's scary. This one, it's not like insane, but this is cool. I just like this one a lot. It's that old book cover. That was the one I read at the beach that year. Actually, it's kind of becoming a thing again because of like the memes with book covers and stuff like that on Twitter and other places. Like you can go to like Powell's Books. They have like entire sections that are all old pulp books like that. Like detective books and like anything you can think of with like insane covers on them. Did you like it? Yeah, it was great. That was a great book. I would recommend that to anyone. Even the movie was like okay back in the day, but that book is great. It's not long. It's not a long one. What was it? Desperation or Misery? I don't think it was Misery. I think it was Desperation. It's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, this one fucking scared me when I was a kid because I was a fucking idiot. Let me find the best one to show you. There's a couple different ones. I don't know why it scared me so much. This one? I don't know, man. Toys scared me. With toys, like, could come back to life and kill you. That was what I was thinking this was. That one scared me. Should probably put some fucking music on. This one kind of creepy. It's just the same one, but it's a different version. I don't know, man. That fucking scared me. What were they doing to that doll? Anything with a doll scared me. Let's face it. What does the doll have to do with? I don't think I know anything about Desperation. Does anyone know what this book was about? Because I don't think they made a movie for it, man. How desperate was he? I don't even know what the context would be. No. Here's another one. I don't even know. This looks like a box set. What the fuck is this? Game? Richard Bachman was a ghostwriter name that Stephen King used. It was tied to a Richard Bachman book. Oh, okay. What is this box set? Remember box set for like... Remember like the Boxcar Children box set? They didn't do anything with the idea of that. They didn't make it like, this is the Boxcar Children box set. And it wasn't like a train box. You know what I mean? It was just a normal box. What the fuck were they thinking? The Boxcar Children? It should have been a specific train box that they came in. So I hope someone got fired for that. Why would they not think of that? You guys remember the Boxcar Children? This is for the OGs. This is for the real 90s kids, all right? Boxcar Children. This was like before Goosebumps really caught on, guys. You would go to the book fair and you'd pick out, you know, some cool shit. Where's a good cover? This is how it all started for the Boxcar Children. They literally were orphans. They lived in a fucking abandoned train. They had some sick clothes. And then their millionaire grandfather and grandmother adopted them. It's kind of like one of those like self-fulfilling fantasy books. Like you like could imagine yourself as the kids because your life sucked. Like, I wish my millionaire grandparents would adopt me. I think that was like the exploitation of the Boxcar Children. You wanted to be them, right? Just like Link in Zelda. Kind of the same idea. And indeed, the Boxcar Children would have their own box sets. Mystery of the Hidden Painting. So it was like kind of like Hardy Boys. This art, man, it was all about the art. This would catch your eye. Basically, Goosebumps perfected the formula. You know what I mean? Yeah, why weren't they the Boxcar Children? The book should have been in the boxcar in a big set. You think Animorphs did? I don't know, man. I would argue not a Animorphs hater by any means. I'm a pro Animorphs, but Goosebumps annihilated Animorphs. I'm sorry, man. They had the covers were locked down. Kids couldn't even read. They were buying those things. Half my friends could barely put a sentence together. You're goddamn right. They had issue 1 through 20 of Goosebumps on a shelf in their room. Couldn't tell you what the fuck that happened in them. They had them. God damn. Yeah, amazing. Here's some out of context Stephen King.
Little son of a bitch, I could kill him. I could kill him. Look at this stuff.
Back in the 70s with horror classics like Carrie and The Shining. But as with all of King's work, his stories are also about
He looks older then than now.
and are set in a world that's familiar and even humdrum.
One, who knows? We might just run into each other.
Music's too loud for her. What?
Everywhere.
His future wife.
But he's had a monumental struggle with the torments and horrors of some powerful personal demons.
I didn't kill the kid. He died while I was riding.
I hate these side of the roaders. And I like this on the Indiana side, let me tell you.
Drive the bus and put your mouth in neutral. How does that sound?
Fuck was that?
Buddy. Weirdo. Don't talk horny. Go talk to someone in charge.
Horny kids. He does not look great in this time period.
I locked this place up. I don't need this action.
Okay, don't talk to me. Talk to the sheriff.
Yeah.
Hey, this is some place, huh? Is it haunted? Yeah.
Oh, that's the Rose Red one we just watched. All right. Oh, yeah, he was in Sons of Anarchy. That was kind of random.